In this video, we're going to show you the perfect itinerary for Lisbon. One of the questions we get asked most is how many days to stay in the city. To see the bare basics, you need 3 days. But to do it calmly, visit the neighborhoods, and still do the day trips, we recommend at least 5 days. That's why we've prepared a super complete 5-day itinerary with the best of Lisbon. We've grouped the sites by area so you don't waste time. If you have less time, you can cut day 4 or day 5. So let's get started. When is the best time to visit Lisbon? In our opinion, the best times are spring, between April and June, and fall, in September and October. The temperatures are mild, perfect for walking the hills. In June, the city is buzzing with the St. Anthony festivals, with grilled sardines and parties. We recommend avoiding July and August. It's summer, and the heat in Lisbon is very intense. Temperatures pass 35 degrees Celsius, and the city is packed. So, how will our 5-day itinerary work? The idea is to use Lisbon as a single base, staying at the same hotel. The secret to Lisbon is walking a lot and using the public transport, which is great and cheap. You will use the metro, the trams, elétricos, and the funiculars. Do not rent a car. We'll divide the days by area. 1 day for Baixa and Chiado, 1 day for Alfama and the Castle, 1 day for Belém, 1 day for Sintra, and 1 day for Cascais. Now, let's talk about transportation. For this itinerary, the rule is clear. Do not rent a car. It's the worst decision. In Lisbon, traffic is chaotic. In Sintra, non-resident cars are banned from driving up to the palaces. You will use the metro, trams, and commuter trains. To get from Lisbon to Sintra, you'll take the train from Rossio station. The journey takes 40 minutes and costs about €2.30 each way. To get from Lisbon to Cascais, you'll take the train from Cais do Sodré station. The journey takes 40 minutes. To get around inside Lisbon, use the metro and trams. Riding tram 28 is an attraction in itself. To get around inside Sintra, from the station to the palaces, you'll take the tourist bus, line 434. It costs about €7. Uber and Bolt work very well in Lisbon and are surprisingly cheap. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. You'll be close to all these tourist spots. The most practical and central area is Baixa and Chiado. You'll be in the center of everything, near the metro and the train stations for Sintra and Cascais. It's our #1 recommendation. For historic charm, Alfama is the place. The disadvantage is the steep hills. For nightlife, Bairro Alto is the party center. The disadvantage is that it's impossible to sleep before 3 a.m. due to the noise. For luxury, stay on Avenida da Liberdade. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best region. If you stay in the Baixa or Chiado area, you can't go wrong. We'll leave the link to this map here, on the QR code, on the screen, and in the video description. We created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location, at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels where we've stayed. In every destination, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located in Baixa, and another that's a bit nicer, in Chiado. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advanced booking strategy. The earlier you book your hotel, the less you will pay. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation for almost all hotels. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price. And if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips and that have everything much cheaper. Travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all attractions, good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, cheap car rentals, and the global account to carry money paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them. So save and use this page that will make your trip much easier. Now, let's get to the day-by-day plan. Day 1. Arrival, Baixa, and Praça do Comércio. Arrive at Lisbon Airport. The easiest and cheapest way to the center is by metro. The red line takes you there in 30 minutes. And Uber is also cheap, about €15. Check into your hotel. Spend the afternoon on a recognition walk. Start at Rossio Square. Walk down Rua Augusta, the main pedestrian street. At the end of the street, you'll reach the Rua Augusta Arch. We recommend going to the top. The ticket costs €3, and the view is spectacular. Spend the rest of the afternoon in Praça do Comércio, the most beautiful square in Lisbon, facing the Tagus River. For dinner, the tip is the Time Out Market Lisboa at Cais do Sodré. It's a luxury food hall. A dish costs an average of €12 to €20. Day 2. Alfama, the Castle, and Tram. 28. Today is for getting lost in Lisbon's oldest neighborhood. Start the day at Martin Moniz Square. That's where you'll catch Tram 28. It's the famous yellow tram. The tip is to catch it at the starting point very early, before 9 a.m., to get a window seat. Get off at the Miraduro de Santa Luzia. It's the most beautiful viewpoint in Alfama, with tile panels and a view of the river. From there, walk up to São Jorge Castle. The ticket costs €15. The view from the top is the most spectacular in Lisbon. Set aside at least 1.5 hours here. For lunch, eat at one of the small, authentic restaurants in Alfama. In the afternoon, walk down through the labyrinth of Alfama's alleys. Visit the Lisbon Cathedral. At night, you must experience Fado music. Alfama is its birthplace. We recommend booking a dinner at a traditional Fado house like Clube de Fado. A dinner with a show costs about €50 per person. Day 3. Belém, the discoveries, and the custard tart. Today, we're going to the neighborhood where the caravels departed. From Praça da Figueira, take tram 15. The journey takes about 25 minutes. Get off and go straight to the line at Pastéis de Belém. This is the original factory from 1837. The tip is, don't wait in the huge line for takeaway. Go inside the cafe, which is enormous, and find a table. Order a warm custard tart, which costs €1.30. Afterward, walk to the Geronimos Monastery. The ticket for the monastery costs €10, and you should buy it in advance online to avoid huge lines. The church next door is free to enter. For lunch, eat at a restaurant in Belém. In the afternoon, cross the street to the monument to the discoveries. Walk along the waterfront for another 10 minutes to the Belém Tower. You can take photos from the outside, or pay the €6 ticket to go inside. In the late afternoon, return on tram 15. For dinner, go to Cervejaria Ramiro. It's the most famous seafood restaurant in Lisbon. Be prepared for lines. A dinner there costs about €60 to €80 per person. Day 4. Fairy Tale Sintra. Day trip. Today is the most anticipated and most tiring day. Wake up very early. Go to the Rocio train station in central Lisbon. Take the train to Sintra. The journey takes 40 minutes and costs about €2.30 each way. When you arrive at Sintra station, do not try to walk up. Take the bus line 434. The round-trip ticket costs about €12. Get off at the Pina Palace stop. The ticket costs €14. You must buy this ticket online with a time slot in advance, or you risk not getting in. From the entrance gate, it's still a long 20-minute uphill walk to the palace. After visiting Pena, take the same bus back to the historic center of Sintra. Have lunch in the village, and don't leave without trying the local pastries, the travesseiro and the queijada, at the famous Periquita. In the afternoon, visit Quinta da Regaleira. The ticket costs €12. It's a mysterious estate with gardens full of tunnels and the famous Initiation Well. In the late afternoon, take the train back from Sintra to Lisbon. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. Buying on the spot is always more expensive, and the most famous tourist spots like Pina Palace in Sintra and Geronimos Monastery sell out days before. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the video description to the site where we always buy tickets and tours for the best price. It's the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Skip the line tickets for Pina Palace, tickets for São Jorge Castle, tickets for Quinta da Regaleira, and the train from Lisbon to Sintra, all at the best price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. Day 5. Cascais, Hell's Mouth, and departure. On your last day, let's take a more relaxing day trip. Go to the Cais do Sodré train station in Lisbon. Take the regional train to Cascais. The journey takes 40 minutes and is beautiful, running along the Atlantic coast. The ticket costs about €2.30 each way. Cascais is a chic fishing village. Spend the morning walking through the charming historic center and the urban beaches, like Praia da Rainha. For lunch, a great option is the Mercado da Vila, a gastronomic market. In the afternoon, rent a free Bica bicycle, or walk along the coast for about 20 minutes to Boca do Inferno, Hell's Mouth. It's a spectacular cliff formation. In the late afternoon, take the train back to Lisbon. Get your bags from your hotel and head to the airport. Take the metro, the Red Line, directly to Lisbon Airport. Now let's talk about transportation, reinforcing it. The best way to get around Lisbon is on foot and by metro. You will walk a lot. The 24-hour public transport pass costs €6.60 and is a great value. Uber and Bolt are very cheap. Do not rent a car in Lisbon. It's the worst idea. About travel insurance. Essential and mandatory to enter Europe. You need coverage of €30,000. Use the comparator in the link in the description to save money. Quick shopping tips. Rua Augusta for normal shops. Avenida da Liberdade for luxury. Freeport Outlet for discounts. Buy cork, canned sardines, and tiles. Remember tax-free on purchases over €50. Validate at the Lisbon airport. And for those who are new here to the channel, welcome. Subscribe and like the video for more tips. And how much does it cost to eat in Lisbon? It's paradise. It's the cheapest capital city in Western Europe. A Big Mac combo costs €7. A beer, or Imperial, costs €1.50. The golden tip is the Prato do Dia, dish of the day, at lunch. For €10 to €15, you get a full meal. And of course, the pastel de nata from Mantegaria is our favorite, costing €1.20. And what to do at night? The night is buzzing in Barro Alto, where people drink cheap drinks in the streets. After midnight, everyone goes down to Pink Street in Cais do Sodré, where the clubs are. For a calmer night, listen to Fado in Alfama. And if you're traveling with children, Lisbon is great. The Lisbon Oceanarium is the #1 attraction. They also love São Jorge Castle, the Lisbon Zoo, and riding Tram 28. And to combine your trip, this itinerary already focuses on Lisbon, Sintra, and Cascais. But from Lisbon, it's very easy to travel on. Take the Alpha Pendular high-speed train, and in 3 hours and 15 minutes, you're in Porto. Or take a train or drive 3 hours south to the Algarve beaches. If you liked this detailed Lisbon itinerary, like the video and subscribe to our channel. Leave your questions in the comments. Thank you very much and have a great trip.